Jenna, I hear there's already a problem this morning.
There are no bananas.
Shit. That's your breakfast, just a bag of granola.
Huh. I'm lost.
I'm surprised you're not doing oats. Oats is pure power.
If I'm going easy for a while, I can do oats. But if I'm just doing a hard effort...
Bowl of cereal.
This is the only milk we have.
Okay. Literally got out all your options here, including the taco seasoning.
It's so confusing because I don't know how to use the taco seasoning. Don't show these 2 days of missed workouts.
So Jenna has an FTP test today. Just for fun, we decided to do it outside in our backyard. Okay? I'm gonna go set it all up. All right, Jenna?
Okay. This week for me is a recovery week. It is Wednesday today. Extremely exhausted by the end of Sunday, so I actually took Monday and Tuesday off. I thought a couple days off would be the best thing for me. Because it's my recovery week, I'm doing an FTP test. There's 2 ways that our coach prescribes FTP tests. We either do a 20-minute test, which is basically going all out for 20 minutes, or you do a ramp test. Basically, you start at a low wattage and every minute you go up 20 watts. Keep on going until failure. It's just easier on your body. Kind of doing this to see just where I am at the beginning of the season so we know how to program my workouts moving forward. Oh, you're taking that, Matt. Okay.
Only the test.
I have not done one of these tests for over a year, so a little bit nervous, but honestly, a 20-minute test is a lot more intense than this ramp test. I've only done this ramp test once before, and you're going at a pretty easy wattage for the majority of it, and then it's only like 4 or 5 minutes at the end that are really tough. My FTP after my last test was 234, holding around 300 for a minute before failure. My legs are also kind of rested and kind of dead. I haven't done anything in the last 2 days, so I think I need to wake them up somehow. On Monday, I was so tired that I decided to sleep in on Tuesday, take another whole day off, which I felt like was so important for me. Miguel and I have been using this mattress called 8 Sleep. It's actually a mattress pad that goes on top of our mattress. Basically changes temperature throughout the night. Oh, ouch. With your sleep cycles so that you can get the highest quality sleep in every stage of your rest. It's really cool because we can set different temperatures and settings on both sides of our bed. So I like to sleep a little colder than Miguel does. So when I get into bed, it's at a cool temperature, and then it goes up a little bit in temperature as I'm in deep sleep. It changes temperature when I'm in REM sleep. It feels like my mattress is built for me. I really should have plucked my eyebrows. I used to wake up all the time in the middle of the night just because I would get overheated or really cold, and 8 Sleep has really fixed all of those problems. I think it's really helped our recovery recently, and I think it's a great tool for anybody who is trying to optimize their sleep fitness and perform as well as they can. If you're interested in learning more, feel free to visit the link in our description. You can find out all about the mattresses and their mattress pads there. And if you're interested in buying, you can use Freestyle for $100 off your purchase.
That was fun.
Ramp test time. I'm gonna go outside, hop on the bike for 15 minutes. I'll start out at around 125 watts. Every minute from there, I'll go up another 20 watts. My FTP will be calculated by taking 75% of my highest 1 minute power. And even if my FTP is lower, it doesn't mean that I'm lesser of a person. Ready for me? I'm in the ready room. Oh, you like redid our whole backyard.
Yeah, I want to get your reaction.
Ooh. This is majestic. Are you an exterior designer? I've got a 15-minute warm-up and then I'll get started. Oh wow, I've got a lot of trash in here. I'm starting at around 120 something watts and then just go till I can't.
You like the lights?
Yeah. What a mood. Half of the magic is picking the right playlist. I can have a lay it out for me. Ready?
Hey.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's good. Miguel's right here.
So how did the test feel today? How did it go? Where was your head at throughout the whole thing?
I was a little bit nervous at the beginning, considering I was not feeling that great. Because I had done it last year, I think in January. I remember after that being like, oh, okay, now I know how this type of test works. Like how hard I can push myself once it starts to get horrible.
I mean, imagine just doing a VO2 interval at 125% of FTP. That's what you did. So.
Never prescribe that. Like it only got hard in like the last 2 minutes.
Yes, it's pretty brutal.
My main goal was to get past that 320. Let's go for this 340 and see what happens. And
what if you had to go another minute? What do you think would have happened?
oh, I tried. And I tried to keep pedaling and it just it just did not happen. By that time, my breathing was so labored. I think I was scaring the neighbors. All of our neighbors keep their windows open. I swear they all heard me just like panting like I was about to pass out. Oh, that was hard. How do you do?
So about a year ago you did it, and your 5-minute peak power was 273 watts. Today was 284 watts. And your 1-minute power last time was 312. 327 today. So that's pretty darn good. And your heart rate, you were able to achieve a higher 5-second peak heart rate, so your muscular endurance is kind of caught up to the cardiorespiratory system. So this basically represents an increase in your functional threshold power of 5%.
I think part of that is actually going to the gym versus just doing some air squats in the apartment, you know?
It's good to be strong. Also just more volume and your ability to be consistent. And I mean, don't underestimate the value of these weekend long rides too. Because where you guys live, there are a lot of hills. So
I think I was 328-ish this time.
Dang.
I have to do some math.
it's accurate for athletes who have a pretty consistent power curve. But some people have just strange power curves where they have a really high 5-minute peak power and the 20-minute, 60-minute doesn't align well.
I was listening to Get Your Head in the Game by Zac Efron. No, I'm just kidding.
But we know yours aligns well. It's not like you did very high intensity riding heading into this FTP test to sort of artificially boost your functional threshold power. So this is your functional threshold power off of basically a good sort of general prep period.
Good job.
Thank you.
Oh, my hands are dirty.
You're just stronger and fitter right now this year.
Yeah.
And more resilient. You know, that's the key.
Yeah, that means your bike workouts are just gonna get harder.
Shouldn't have thought about that.
Yeah, should have taken it easy.
This is just one metric. So threshold, it's how much power can you put out for an hour. Your ability to hold a high percentage of that depends on race-specific training.
Another good thing about a ramp test is that it doesn't count on pacing. Versus if you go out too fast in a 20-minute test, then you can be kind of screwed by the time you get to minute 15.
All things being equal, you're going to be able to put out an additional 10 watts, but obviously we'll test this. It might be more.
Two things helped me this year. This is the second time that I did that test, so I kind of knew what to expect and how much further beyond the point that I wanted to stop I could keep going. Two, just getting stronger physically in the gym, working on my power off the bike to translate to power on the bike.
I remember when we were talking about holding 200 watts maybe for an Olympic distance race, and now you're ready to hold it for a 70.3. So
that's horrifying. My hands are sweating.
You're so strong.
Kona is really excited to see you whenever you guys come. Here's Puff.
Oh my gosh, Bob.
The immortal fish.
The fish that just won't die.
Yeah. It's nice to have some peace and quiet out here. Oh.
You happy with that?
Yeah, I'm really happy with that. Oh, okay. Time for work.